to that item, you're welcome to vote. Moving to item 9 on the agenda, which is Vista House.
This application seeks planning permission for the demolition of the existing medical centre and the erection of 46 new residential apartments, including 14 affordable units. The site is starred. The medical centre is closed, with services now provided by the new Vista House Medical Centre to the north of Southern Way, which you can see on that aerial there. Stapleton shopping centres to the east and Stapleton uses to the south. There is also a foot and cycleway to the east of the site, which goes up to Southern Way. The employment area is generally to the south. And the emerging local plan shows the site is allocated for housing. Vehicular access would be in a similar position to the existing site. In total, around half of the parking spaces suggested by the parking standard document are proposed. However, the document accepts reductions in parking provision in sustainable locations. It is considered that the site will be extremely well connected to our local shops, services, places of worship, schools, preschools, and employment. And for example, there's the new medical centre, Great Panda Community Centre, library, and Stewards Academy, which are all only a few minutes walk away. And there are also bus stops close by. And in that context, the level of parking is considered to be appropriate. The amount of parking and the impact on the highway in other respects is considered to be acceptable by the Highway Authority. They know that there'll be fewer vehicle trips being made at peak times than was the case for the medical centre. The building would be 5 stories in height, with the majority of the building L-shaped to follow the alignment of Southern Way and Perry Road, which can be seen here. A communal garden would be provided at the first floor. It's firmly our view, and that of the Highway Authority, that this is a sustainable location. If something's in a sustainable location, you're allowed to drop the standards. I appreciate it's not immediately next to the town centre, but in this case, there's immediate access to a wide range of things. There's even an employment site next door. And in these sorts of circumstances, we have to accept a lower level of parking provision. It's our view that in this context, 50% would be acceptable.
Another question?
2 more questions. Coming thick and fast. Can you confirm that the underpass, the cycle path, has got provision for pedestrians?
I walked in.
Yes.
It's wide enough for
Yes.
pedestrians fighting with
No, it's
allowance, if you like.
It's a wide cycleway, and at the time of my visit, there were, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 people on foot and a couple of bicycles, so it's perfectly fine.
Just because this plane is quite small, is it 2 lifts they've got there?
I'll have to
To me,
count.
they go up to the first floor on my plans.
They go all the way up.
Do they?
There's 2 of them, by the looks of things.
Yeah.
2
Yeah, those 2 there.
in the core in the middle.
Yeah, I haven't got those 2 pictures. Thank you. You're on.
Coming back to the parking, seems to be the biggest issue, because I would say that it's actually quite an attractive design. But yes, the parking is half the standard. The mitigation is that it's a sustainable location. I'd accept that for in London, but it really isn't that sustainable in Stapleton. Yes, it has some shops nearby. You can walk to the town centre. There are a few buses that go past, but I wouldn't really consider it a sustainable location. And on the basis of your decision is that people, because it's a sustainable location, may not have cars. Now that's usually the case if you're looking at starter home or starter flats. The question is what mix of properties have you got in terms of bedrooms?
It's not specified in the report, I'll have to check the file. I don't know if I did in my microphone, you can hear me, can't you?
I couldn't see it in the report.
It's not in the report, it's in here.
Keeping it secret.
The application form states there would be 15 one-beds and 17 two-beds, and that's market housing. And there would be 7 one-beds and 7 two-beds for the affordable housing.
All one and two. Okay. Any other questions?
Yes.
Yeah. Mr. Stevens.
Yes, I'd just like to ask these 14 social rented apartments, how will they be spread throughout the development, and are they of the same quality as the ones for
I
sale?
think not providing 3 disabled spaces is an issue. You can recommend the condition to require an amended parking layout to be shown, because we're confident that 3 spaces the same size as that disabled one can be put in there, so you could condition an amended layout.
Question?
Yes. Remember last committee meeting we talked about working hours?
We did.
You've got a 7 o'clock start. Unless this is quite a large building, there's probably going to be pile drivers and who knows what else perhaps. Is that a bit early for local residents? Because there's quite a few residents quite close.
It's the hours that were suggested by Environmental Health.
Yeah, but they haven't got to live there, have they?
If you are minded to change the construction hours, then that would be a reasonable thing to do if you feel that
Why
situation warrants it.
I don't know with,
Yeah,
yeah, 8 o'clock or something like that. Yeah.
So there's potential a couple of amendments. Do we want to do debate amendments? Councillor Clark.
Well, I've got a number of concerns about this actually. I mean, first of all, parking has been made. Everybody's mentioned the question of parking on half provision. I know that it's a sustainable location, but people buy cars for different reasons and they're going elsewhere and want to possess a car, and they will possess a car, and there isn't enough room in the car park, which is all that used to be always very full as far as I was concerned. So first there's parking. Secondly, I do think it's an overdevelopment of the site. 5 stories is out of keeping with the rest of the environment, so it's out of keeping there. Communal garden sounds nice, but if it's astroturf, it suddenly doesn't become a communal garden. And we have received an objection, very thoughtfully argued objection, which suggested it should be further back, so there's a landscaping and softening of the front as well as the overdevelopment, and I do agree with her on that. It is a brownfield site, there is affordable housing, I agree with that, but I have a fear that we're suddenly cramming as many as possible on a site that was not developed, was not intended to be developed to that number, and there is going to be loss of amenities, and I think it should be reduced in number, to be honest, and there should be a greener area around it and within it.
Anybody else? Councillor Stevens.
Thank you. I, like Jean, have deep concerns about this parking. It's been said there are good transport links, Well, I'm not aware of there being good transport links. There are buses, but they're not that frequent, and they don't go all over the place. They only seem to go to the town. Therefore, people will get cars. And it's no good saying the Staple Tie car park nearby. It is full most of the day with people shopping at Lidl's and the other shops there. Perhaps it's empty in the evening, I don't know, but I don't think people would feel happy parking their car in that car park at night. It's sort of open. People would be very fearful of getting their cars vandalised. And also reinforce what has already been said about the disabled parking spaces not being adequate. So I hope we can at least condition for an extra disabled parking space.
Yeah, Councillor Harlow.
Yeah, sticking on the parking. Now that it's been revealed that these are largely 1 or 2 bedroom flats, so you're going to get a lot of young couples. I think they're kind of startup places. So I accept that there'll probably be less cars than you'd normally expect. And knowing the area fairly well, if there is a bit of an overflow, because the surrounding is largely employment-ish, there will be on-street parking that they can use. So I'm not too worried about the parking. But I think the disabled issue should be a condition. Not only to adhere to the policy, as we seem to be ignoring some of the policies at will, but also it opens up the opportunity for disabled people to be housed in that block. It has a lift to every floor. If it has the right parking, that's ideal. In terms of its design, as I said, I think it's quite attractive for Harlow. It is a bit big, but then again, it is quite a prominent site, so it can cope with being big. So with some conditions, and also the condition on the starting time, I'm minded to support this application.
Does somebody want to conjure up some amendments then?
Thank you. Yeah, well, the start time goes to 8 o'clock. Commence, whereas it lost it. So, yeah. Condition 7. So, shall be considered conducted outside the hours of 8 till 1900. Fridays, Mondays to Fridays, and 8 till 1 o'clock on Saturday. The rest of May. And then the other one is the additional part, two additional. So are we going to specify those as from the visitors' numbers?
Well, I think it's up to them.
Up to them.
So an amended scheme
So amended scheme
to show provision for 3 cars disabled parking spaces.
Okay. So who's proposing? You proposing both of those?
I'll propose both of those, yeah.
Who's going to second? Okay. Have lots of seconders. Take a pick. Councillor Davis and Councillor Harlow. Second one of each of them. Right, the first one then, if we can move to the vote if we've finished on the debate. So we move to a vote on the amendment to read the building hours. All those in favour?
Yes, certainly.
Unanimous. The disabled parking? Carried unanimously. So we now have the substantive motion, which is the substantive development with both amendments of conditions, with the rest of the conditions which appear on pages 47 to 52 of your order paper. All of those in favour? That is carried. Against? That is carried. Okay.